This week we're going to preview USDA's monthly supply-demand report on Friday, December 9th. We're also going to take a look at updated U.S. exports of soybeans and wrap things up looking at weather trends in South America. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into the month of December here and there's quite a bit going on. Let's get right to it. On Friday, December 9th, the USDA will release their monthly supply-demand report. Let's preview that report. Very important report for soybeans here, looking at the carryout for soybeans at 233 for an average trade estimate. Notice that's slightly above 220, which is where it was in November. Some critical numbers here looking at South American production. Brazilian production is expected to be slightly higher, but notice there in Argentina, slightly lower, and we're going to highlight some weather issues in Argentina in just a bit. Here's a key message. Strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your positions in place prior to the release of the report on Friday. Let's shift gears now and look at trends in U.S. soybean exports. Now we're looking here at a soybean pace that is picking up, although it's still trailing last year and 2 years ago. However, there is some signs of optimism here because there was a sizable increase in China's weekly crush, according to JCI, increased over 30% to 2 million tons and was only slightly below last year. Here's the key message we want to highlight. You'll be most interested to see if this trend over the next 3 weeks continues, i.e. that it's well above last year's 1.85 million metric ton weekly average. We're going to turn our focus now to South America. We're going to start out looking at where soybeans are produced in Brazil. Now, a number of key states here in Brazil, soybean production-wise: Mato Grosso in the north, Goiás, Bahia, Minas Gerais. Now in the south, Paraná, Rio Grande do Sul are also very important, and we'll highlight them a bit more in a moment. And also in the western area, Mato Grosso do Sul. Let's take a look at the weather trends for Brazil. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. And we're looking at mostly near normal precip, particularly across the north there, over the next a couple weeks here. Here's the key message though. Look at the south, Rio Grande do Sul and Paraná, a little bit drier in that area. So we don't want to forget about those states. Although the majority of the beans are grown in the north and northeast now, those two states still count for a significant percentage of production. Now let's quantify that here over the next 14 days. We're looking at, again, north and east, near normal, actually slightly above normal, but when we move south into Rio Grande do Sul and Paraná, maybe slightly dry there. Let's move ahead now and look at Argentina. Let's look at where those soybeans are produced in Argentina. 4 key provinces highlighted here in Argentina typically account for about 80 to 85% of the soybean production in Argentina. Let's take a look at the short-term weather forecast for those provinces. Much different picture in Argentina. Very, very hot here through the end of the week. Hundreds in those dark red areas here. Those soybeans, albeit it's a small percentage of beans that were planted earlier, will be stressed. Now, beans planting is behind in Argentina, important point to make, so we're not in a critical pod set and pod fill stage by any means. Rainfall here, looking at later this week, December 9th to the 13th. There is some rainfall moving in as we wrap things up weather-wise. Over the next 2 weeks, you can see on average, it looks like it's still going to be a bit dry in those areas. This will become more important for Argentina later this month and especially in January. Let's turn our attention now to trends in November soybean futures. Now, November beans, as we highlighted, November 22 expired last month at $14.42 a bushel. Wrapping things up here, looking at November 23 near $13.85. This is $3.50 above the 5-year average, and we still have 2.75 months before the crop insurance period base price is set in February. Strongly encourage you to defend your balance sheet. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, on Friday, December 9th, you can catch us on YouTube at 11:20 Central Time for a live recap of the supply-demand report. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.